And howdy, howdy, everybody. Welcome back. It's that time once again. This time I showed up. I'm here. Happy Monday. See if my tea is drinkable yet. That'd be a barely. Ouch. Youch. Okay, let's see if I remember how to push buttons. Let's push that button and push that button. And then that button. We'll see what magic happens. And bingo, bango, bongo, we're in. There we go. We made it. Ah, yes. My redesigned home. That is an obnoxious map. All right, we'll just park at that view right there. While I try to rewind my memory banks to a week ago and remember just what was going on. I believe when we finished up, we had just finally recovered from an impromptu adventure. Some emergent gameplay was thrust upon us, and it took a few hours to, mostly clean up the mess. If you missed Friday or your last Monday's episode, you missed an interesting one. Good times, good times. There you go. There's the character sheet. For any of you new folks that have stumbled on into this particular stream. Oh, let's see. A little bit of damage, but we've got the healing going on. Don't remember where I'm at in my sleep cycle, but that's nothing new. That's just same old, same old. Yeah, everything's looking pretty good. Where are we at in our full skill list? 5s and most of our primary combat skills now. And not much in the ranged, but I don't usually care all that much. And looks like we dropped a little bit. Had some skill rust on our tailoring and our fab. We're most of the way there on electronics. Okay. And we're still not to 7 on mechanics. It's all fine. It's all fine. I know, low athletics. What will I ever do? I like how the athletics description mentions that it improves your fitness and your stamina. Yeah, sure it does. If it does, I'm not aware of it. And if it does, that's not much. I know it's something they're planning on putting in. I think their description is a little ahead of their implementation. But who knows? Maybe it has been added in and I've just forgotten and I'm totally missing out. I could double my stamina. That'd be cool. Okay. So yeah. Look at all those proficiencies. That's what I am most proud of this run. we have proficiencies. We have done things. And then we'll never do them again. Which is mostly my issue with the whole proficiency system. All that effort to get the proficiency just to make one thing, and then I'm done with it. Whatever. All right. So, how about my gear? How's the gear doing? I think I'm still low on leather. I'm constantly low on leather. Repair these packs. All the other gear's looking good. A lot of renamed stuff. If you see things you don't recognize, that's because the audience keeps inflicting renamings on my poor inventory. It's all their fault. Compare? Why am I on the compare screen? Because I've got caps lock on. That's why. That's what I wanted to look at, not the compare screen. Yeah, I think we're in my normal running around gear. 91 pounds sounds about right. If I remember right, the only thing I don't have survivor gear-wise is the gloves. We're still using tack gloves instead of survivor gloves. And encumbrance is a little much. a bit much. Wrong button. Yeah, that those three there. That's a lot of strap. That's a lot of extra encumbrance from all the strapping going on. Do I change survivor sets in the winter? I never see winter, so I can't answer the question. Unless I have started in winter, I haven't seen a winter in years of gameplay of live streaming Cataclysm. My challenges are always done way, way, way before winter shows up. It's rare that I get into summertime. So summer day 22, this is probably one of 2 or 3 times I've even made it into summer on a challenge in years. I mean, it's just a rare thing. I know the game too well. I can advance through all the content too quickly, or take a character from nothing to superhero and on board status so quickly that I can't stay in a game very long. There's just no challenge to me for just staying in a game that length of time. So I don't do it. That's why my challenges and how I do things and why I do certain things is different than a lot of people. A lot of you guys that play the game, when you keep a character in the world for a year, an in-game year or 2 or 3 or however long you keep them, I just never do that. So I don't have to really worry about long-term food preservation or seasonal gear or any of that kind of stuff. So just not something I have to concern myself with. Okay, so howdy everybody in chat. Welcome back. So what were we doing before we were rudely interrupted while making boots? I think I'd come back to base, I think, to get the boots, and I think to heal up a bit, and then we were gonna go back to the lab. But I don't have the faintest recollection of what I might have been wanting to take back to the lab with me. We've cleared the top 40% or so, I think, of the lab. The north 40% we came from the north, and we've gone down into that square lab. I think about 40% cleared. But we got a ways to go still. If I remember right, we got all 4 of the mutagen crafting tools already out of there. I don't remember if I actually hauled them out or not. We left some stuff behind that was too heavy to haul out initially. But I don't remember if I was supposed to be taking stuff back in with me. I didn't expect a long stay here at the base after we came back. So I've totally forgotten on that score. I don't think this is going to tell me. I already mentioned the prying 4. I'll mention it again. So if you're not aware, Halligan bars, actually, they added another crowbar. Let me look real quick. Spawn, heavy crowbar. So this is new, heavy... Oh, nope, that's crossbow. Maybe it's not in the build I've got yet. C-R-O-B-A-R. No, apparently it's not in the build yet. Alright, there's going to be another crowbar coming, but... The Halligan bar, which at the time I wrote this note, was the only tool with prying 4 quality, can open metal doors. You can pry open metal doors. Certain metal doors. If the metal door is a pickable metal door, meaning if you examine it and it says in the description that it could be locked, it could be lock-picked, then you can pry it with a Halligan bar. So there's a difference. Metal doors that look exactly the same otherwise, some will specifically say cannot be picked, and others can. So gun store doors, for example, or at least the rear doors generally, can be pried open, and I think the electronics store, the locked electronics store, probably can, and things like that. But yeah, that's why that note's there. That's a newish thing. I don't remember exactly how long it's been in the game, but be aware. Make a big difference. Get yourself a Halligan bar early from a firefighter or from visiting a fire station, and you might be able to get yourself an easy way into... man, I hate the formatting on this thing. it's so annoying. Grenard. It's you can't really tell. There. Grendy. Whatever. It's not me, it's the cursor and the where it's typing versus where it's showing is weird sometimes. So So my only other note was get some fertilizer for, I believe, ammonium nitrates for hand grenades. Oops. Damn it. Damn it. Yeah, we'll just get rid of this part. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and start a new page. Oh, that's right, we did a new page right at the end of the last one, so it won't really say anything. It's fine. Okay. Oh yes, there's been a lot of tool renaming. I'll be hunting around. It's going to be double extra confusing because of the, you know, diminished capacity of the streamer and the length of time between streams. You miss ramming silo and having 2 seasons worth of flatbread? Yeah. Yep, just the never-ending cycle of ruining Vorm's easy way of keeping a character alive. We've gone through quite a few of those. The most recent being the cooking oil change. Cooking oil... so currently it's butter. Previous to that it was cooking oil. Prior to that it was pine nuts. Pine nuts got disintegrated from the universe because New England doesn't have the kind of pine nuts that are edible and easily available apparently. Before that it was raw fat, which then got parasites added to it. Before that it was crap, I can't remember. It goes back a ways though. So they keep changing the meta, the easy to avoid dealing with food system meta. All right. So yeah, step on the ledge? No. No, I don't want to drop down the ledge right now. Alright, so we're going to stick around to get fully healed up, I think. It is what time? It is 1:26, huh? Let's turn off our maxi facial illumination gadget. Turn on our cheater specs. And let's go have a look downstairs real quick. Reacquaint ourselves with the current situation in the outside place. Meaning, go smash corpses. Don't even care what kind of corpses they are. Okay, corpses be a smashed. Go ahead and turn our maxillofacial illumination gadget back on again. So, here is our new and improved motorcycle. Now 4 spaces long, previously 5 spaces long. Good times, good times. We now have, what, a field stone wall in that position. Field stone wall in that position. I think we did wooden walls down here. And a wooden wall down. Did I actually finish that one? I don't remember if I actually finished that one. I did not. We still got a hole there. That one I'm not going to worry about, though. Turn the cheater specs off. Well, there you go. Ah, good times, though. Our Honda P50 went through a slight modification process. And it took us most of the rest of the episode to get it back into condition. Works just fine as is, just looks a little dumb. I think that's why I always went with the 5 length. Because it looks dumb without the wheel hanging out front. The wheel's here. It's functional and there is a wheel, but I always preferred the 5 length because I could stick the wheel off on its own and it looked correct. So it always drives me a little batty looking at this thing. Especially with that right there. That view right there just looks silly without the wheel being in view. Yeah, so, you know, whatever. Good times, we had fun. So it should be back in action, ready to go. We got plenty of power to drive it around. It's got more damage on it than I can fix now. Some of it from material shortage, some of it from durability damage. We just can't fix it beyond a certain point. It'll work. It'll do for now, though. So, oh yeah, let's take the step ladder up. Climb north. Take the shortcut. We now have a quick way up and down into our base. Alright, so yeah, so what are we going to work on? I think I still can't move this silly table, even with strength 11. Or it's a desk, I mean. Even strength 11, I don't think I can move this desk. Let's try moving the items off of it. Maybe this crazy number of ridiculous items is causing part of the problem. I just want to move... There we go. I think it was the items. Just want it in my normal spot that I stand in. You can come over here. You can come over here. You can stay there. And everything else is fine where it's at. Cool, cool, cool. Alright. So yeah, I think I do want to stick around a little bit longer in this location. Not worried about time passing any longer. We're going to get continued evolution, which could send more of the same kind of problem our way. But that's fine. I think I'm done working on proficiencies. I don't remember needing to go work on any other weapons. I'm pretty satisfied with our melee assortment. I think we got a good, strong assortment that'll take care of all of the various situations we might get into. Let me look at the recipes again. So for the grenade, homemade grenade, we have all the parts. But I'm not going to be able to get much of this, so we were looking at getting, I think, ammonium nitrate. 720 ammonium, pellets versus ammonium nitrate. And nitrate, making it's going to be a little rough. There we go. Ammonium nitrate pellets from commercial fertilizer. So I was going to try to go find some commercial fertilizer. So landscape and hardware store. And I know we had a landscape store to the south where we got some materials previously. Right over here. So let's run over and check the landscape company real quick. See if there is a pile of commercial or fertilizer over there that we can use. Commercial fertilizer. Just straight up. 35 seconds makes 350. So one fertilizer makes 350 pellets. And it takes 700. Really? Really? It takes 300. It makes 350 pellets, but the recipe for the grenade requires 720. Not 700, which would be a nice even double up multiple. No. It's got to be 3 times. Oh, man. Whatever. So it's going to be 3 fertilizer with leftovers in order to make a grenade. Fine, fine. It's all good. That just gives me an idea. I don't know how much the stuff weighs. Yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out. So let's go ahead and turn that off again. Switch back to the cheater specs. Wear the high volume rucksack. Climb on down. I think I'll drop the rucksack into the back of the vehicle here. Have it ready just in case. I'm hoping I can just scoop it into the vehicle. Do I have... I do have the... Oh, I have 2 e-tools. Got 2 e-tools in there now. Alright. Yeah, it'll work. Okay, let's go have some fun at... Whoops. Hopefully I didn't run over my traps. Go have some fun at the landscape store. Hey, zombies! Oops, it's next block over. Who do we got? Huge boomer and a grabber? You're a little close to my house. Let's go ahead and get rid of these guys. Love the little question mark that's appearing. Do we not have a symbol for something? Or are they doing some other little check now that's making that happen? Let's ditch the leather backpack too. Come here, Boomer. Interesting. Puddle, bile stain. So one of the spots is a puddle. Does it do something if you step in it? I don't believe I have a towel. Oh, Dissolute Devourer has returned. I really don't want to fight this guy. I don't want him to be near my base either. I would prefer to fight him, I think, with the big thing through the window. The big thing, called the Crusher. Of course, I can't see him. Can I see him if I turn the light on? Nope. Well, that's annoying. How about... I don't have my eye cleaner because it's in the backpack. This is inconvenient. All right, let's go stand. Oh, there we go. Hey, buddy. Take care of things the easy way. You're wondering what we were hitting them with. 92 damage critical hit. 58, 48, 68 crit. That is the Crusher, also known as the Lucerne Hammer. The benefit in that particular situation is it has a reach attack, so I could stand here and hit him out the window with it. But I wouldn't be taking any damage, unless or until he blew out this space and it collapsed the roof. There's been some kind of changes to that process. I'm not sure it happens as much as it used to. Am I still glowing? I think I'm still glowing. Yeah, it still says lit up. I don't want to travel anywhere until I stop glowing. So we'll wait up here for a bit. And get my stamina back, of course. There we go. No glow. Full stamina. Ooh, you need Lucerne Hammer? It's pretty good. I recommend it. It's one of the probably most crafted weapons by advanced players. It's very effective. Oops. Not sure why I'm showing that. So, I don't like that it splits the damage quite this way, but it's enough damage. The numbers are high enough that for the stuff I'm fighting, it's gonna do pretty hefty damage regardless. Normally, I don't like split damage. I'd prefer a high single value than a split like this. And the reason is, each type of damage is handled separately for armor and clothing resistance purposes. So basically, when you swing and hit an enemy, you do 44 bash damage, and then it goes through the various layers of armor and clothing and reduces and protects whatever amount it's going to, and then whatever leftover amount goes into the hit points of the enemy. Then it does the same thing for pierce. So basically, clothing and armor gets to work twice to reduce the total amount of damage. Whereas if you had a single number, it would only be occurring once, and you would get a higher amount of total damage through to the target, depending on lots of other things. It's not quite that simple, but that's the basic idea. It's just that the damage is handled separately by the clothing and armor layers. So, but it's got sweep attack, it's got block, it's got wide strike. It's a little slow. It's a lot slow. It's number one negative is it's really slow. But for the right kind of fight, the right kind of enemy, it's one of the go-to ones. It'll definitely keep ahead of the regen on the silly little Dissolute Devourer. Okay, let's get over to the next block. That is it right down there. I don't remember what each of these spaces were. We're going to bring the bike right on in. As you know, it's a little tiny motorcycle. I think... Oh, there it is. Fertilizer. Alright, just stop right there. So, we have what? It says canvas sack. Now... I'm assuming the number here is the number I'm actually going to get. So it's not as many as I was hoping for. It's also really heavy. Oh, never mind. Commercial fertilizer 450. Wait a minute. How's this going to work? I don't think this is going to... This is the same thing. Commercial fertilizer... I don't think it's the same type of stuff. Probably don't have the recipe near me now. Homemade grenade. So ammonium nitrates. Keep forgetting what I'm actually trying to make here. Oh, never mind. Commercial fertilizer. I have 18,000. Okay. I think we can make one or two of these. One or two grenades. I think we're clear on. So yeah, this is it. Okay. I'm not going to take all of this with me, I don't think, right now, given the quantities involved here. Let's take... how much is that? Commercial fertilizer. That'd be like 4,500 or something like that. I think that'll be plenty. $160 volume, no problem. Close enough, we can always come down and get more if we want. Yeah. There. Good enough. Alright, anything else we want to look at while we're down here? I've been mentioning I wanted to go check out the police stations. I want to see what's in the evidence rooms, the lockup. We haven't been into one. Let's come up here and play around with this police station. I'm not sure if the doors and windows are still closed and not broken, then there's still going to be zombies inside, most likely. Let's go take a look real quick. Cheater specs. Well, hi there, shady zombie. Alright, so I am still without my backpacks. This should be a pretty easy fight. Break the grab, and then I got hit anyway. Oh, I got the crusher going still, that's right. Goodbye, you. Let's put the crusher away. So, automated electronic locking mechanisms. Yeah, that one we won't be able to do. When I talked earlier about the halogen bar and metal doors, be aware that you have to actually go through this process. You have to activate the halogen bar and then pick the pry option. And if it lights up, if it shows a selector here, that means you'll be able to pry it. There's no selector, it won't do anything. You won't be able to pry that location. So this one's an electronic controlled one. You can't just be standard lockpicked, so we can't pry that one open. Same thing here, of course. Well, hi, Mr. Firefighter. Why you gotta go hit me like that? Alright, so I believe this is the weapons and armor room. And upstairs is the... I don't remember all of these. Oh, actually, no, this one doesn't have a second floor with much other than a small office, I think. Yeah. Alright, so this won't have what I'm looking for. So one of these is an evidence room, and one of them's, I think, the weapons and armor. I think that's weapons and armor, and this is evidence, but I could be wrong. I'll have to come back with something that'll get me through the doors, like an acetylene torch, or, you know, the usual selection. Or go through the brick wall on the exterior. What have I got with me currently? I do have my improved lockpick. I could use the improved lockpick. I don't want to waste the ammo on that, though. We're close to our base. We have easier ways of getting in. All right, let's go ahead and take this back to home base first. I am quite enjoying the electric version of the motorcycle, though. I think probably all of my future MegaCity motorcycles will be the electric version. Just really big advantage to being completely silent when you're tooling around in a MegaCity. Huge advantage. Okay, let's grab us a bunch of commercial fertilizer and drag it upstairs, I guess. I'm gonna guess, I've never actually tried it, but I'm gonna guess you can't haul climb. So if I try to climb and haul simultaneously. Oh my god, you can haul climb. I've never actually tried that. I just hauled a couple 1,000 pounds of commercial fertilizer up some a wooden ladder. That's ridiculous. Well, I guess it was only 443 pounds, but still. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've never tried that. Where do I usually stand? There, so I think we'll put the fertilizer back here in this corner. Oh, come here, you. Keep it out of the way. Oh, that's where my other things went. That's fine. It's in crafting range. All right, just checking back through chats. Yeah, that is one or two makeshift grenades, which may change my approach. If I can get just a ridiculously unlimited number of makeshift grenades, we're going to start taking advantage of them. I'm going to play some more 7 days. I am eventually. I've just got too many other games I'm trying to play right now. I'm trying to work my way through a backlog of half a dozen other games that I wanted to showcase on the channel. So 7 days has taken a back seat. I played it enough to figure out the A20 update stuff. And yeah, just same old stuff. So we'll return to it at some point, but it's probably going to be a short bit. Gonna make a wheelchair-bound old man with a bucket full of throwing wrenches? Yeah, you're gonna not have fun with that. I've tried, well, it's been a long time since I tried it, but I tried doing a wheelchair challenge a long time ago, and the problem is, it acts like a vehicle, and you're just gonna find yourself constantly, essentially mounting and dismounting the vehicle, turning it on, turning it off to move, and all that kind of stuff, and it's just, it drove me berserk really quickly. Just having to just constantly interact with the vehicle stuff. So, it tires quickly. I've never used Netzer bolas myself. Not in Cataclysm. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn off the cheater specs again. Flip on. Whoops, I left my gotta go back and get my leather backpack. Oh, I keep forgetting I have the shortcut. can't get used to that. Where did my leather backpack go? Did I leave it on the concrete? I bet I left it on the concrete. Hopefully I didn't drive over it. We gotta go back and get it. So many times I've done that. Yeah, I remember where. It was just a few spaces away from... Oops. A few spaces away from the vehicle, but I dropped it. Won't take us long to go get it. Oh, wait. Where did I fight that? Then I forgot where I actually did the fighting. It was back here. Headlights, please. There it is. Guess I could have just walked over there. Wonder just how much damage it does if you have a MegaCity motorcycle right underneath the gate when you close it. I know it'll insta-kill a character. I'm not sure if there's any limit to that. I've never, for example, stood in one of these spaces while wearing power armor and then closed it. But yeah, I'm kind of curious just how much. Leather backpack into stylish leather wallet. We can do that. That's going to be... stylish leather wallet. I think what bothers me the most about the renaming is not the name itself. It's that it moves the item to alphabetize to its new position. So I get used to seeing an item up here, so I'm constantly looking up here for it. And then after you guys rename it, it's down in this new spot. And that catches me more than anything. Alright, so back upstairs. And now I have my file of Galadriel back. So, grenade. Homemade grenade. Batchcraft. Oh, that's right. I need to make the nitrate. Gotta do that first. So 36 seconds per. That's going to yield me 17,500 from doing just 50. We maxed out. How about let's do 10. No. I'm going to need a little bit higher multiple. We'll do there we go. We'll do 4,900. All right, so we've got the medium tin can. We're going to be using the nitrate pellets. Uses Alright. Yeah, not too tough to get a hold of. How many renames are there? I don't know what that question means. The only rule I have on renames is you can't rename something somebody else has already renamed. So, beyond that, there's no limit to how many renames people can use. I have no idea how many of my items have been renamed. Quite a few at this point. Even the motorcycle got renamed. Just made my base in 7 days. Very good base. I assume you mean the updated version that has the stair step and the little walking narrow pathway, because that's a ridiculously good base. The previous one was pretty good, but that edition made it just ridiculously good and easy. Just took a look at the Rycon Roleplay's new video. No, I can guarantee you he's already finished it, so you're not going to be able to tease him with anything. It's a very short one. It's probably only going to go one more episode. So it's intended to be a very, very short, focused one that is kind of designed as just a highlight reel type of thing for people you might want to show that might be interested in the game. You can show them that and enjoy Rycon's excellent role playing and you know, flair for the dramatic. But yeah, he's definitely already finished it. He finished it in one sit down, I'm sure. Oh, cooldown time? Yeah, there's probably a cooldown time on the renames. Well, on any of those things. Let me go look real quick. I don't remember. Community! Nope, not that one. Viewer rewards. They move things. Channel points. Manage. I don't think I have any kind of delay on using it. If there is, it's not something I control. It's a custom reward, and I don't have any kind of timer or anything set on it, so if it's not letting you do it, I don't know what to tell you. Could be a timer, but if it is, I don't control it. What is a file of Galadriel? It's an atomic lamp. Infinite light. Atomic lamp. An appropriate name. Okay, 8 minutes per, huh? And with our current supplies, we can do 6. 51 minutes. Time well spent. Let's go ahead. We're going to use 6 of my 30 medium tin cans. So we will eventually. That'll be what I run out of, if anything. Fuses is what we were using the smokeless powder for. We do still have some, so I could make more fuses. But yeah, we'll go with 6 for now. Let's use long strings. And sure, 600 nails. Yeah, your wheelchair run does suffer from Claptrap, its greatest foe. So, now we've got 6 homemade grenades to go with our regular grenade. So what's the damage difference here? So an actual grenade from a soldier zombie that dropped Has, what, 240 power at the epicenter center? Power at the epicenter? I don't know how this translates to damage and all that kind of stuff, but a rough approximation. It's even more power and more casing mass. So are these improvised devices really stronger than regular grenades? It seems weird to me. I remember seeing this previously when I looked at it. Fragment mass is 0.4. But I don't know how the things work. Fragment mass is 0.08. So that's a huge difference. So I don't know how this translates. I don't know how the damage is calculated for grenades and how much shrapnel goes out and how many hits things take and what kind of damage the individual hits do and all that. So all I can do is try a few and see if I can figure out what looks better or what does more damage through experimentation. Alright, so a lot of grenades. We'll toss a few into the vehicle. So let's get some more nitrate going. Let's do... Screw it, let's do 50. Half hour. Do it. Alright, so 24 homemade grenades. What do I run out of? I ran out of the nitrate pellets. But, easy enough to go back and get some more. And if we're using that many grenades, I don't know. That's a lot of grenades. Oops. Oops. See, then I didn't make the sling-ready versions. I don't think I want the sling-ready versions. We're pretty much decided to set the sling version aside. It's not helping us enough. So I'm just going to keep the homemade grenades and then throw them when I need to instead of slinging them. The fact that the grenade explodes immediately on impact is what renders them slightly less effective. They theoretically have a greater range, but the to-hit rate is so low at that range that it's going to be wildly inaccurate to gain the extra range that it gives you over just throwing it by hand. So I don't really consider it to be a useful thing. If I can throw it 15 spaces, I can staff sling it 30, but the actual hit rate from that 15 to 30 that I gain is so abysmally low that it could drift off course pretty horrendously right from where I throw it from and hit the wall right next to me and drop at my feet. So that's my worry. And it doesn't then count down when it hits the location. It explodes immediately on landing wherever it's going to land. If it had the countdown, then I could at least step back behind a wall or something. But yeah, so I think I'll just stick with the basic homemade grenades. Plus, I just don't want to carry around the staff sling. We did our fun with the staff sling. We're beyond that now. Okay, so another thing done. How are we doing on the food? A couple pages. You know, that's how I measure food. How many pages do I have? Doesn't work too well sometimes, but it'll work this time, I think. We'll have a cookie and some cereal. Let's polish sauce some of this stuff that only has quantity 1. Are we still overweight? Still overweight. Cool. So we took a little bit of damage in a few locations. Let that take care of that. And we're not tired yet. Alright, well, that was the only thing I had on my list that I wanted to take care of. So now we know for sure the landscape store works well for getting that massive pile of fertilizer for ammonium nitrate to make homemade grenades. I'll have to keep an eye out for using these more often in the future. That's a pretty easy path to getting homemade grenades. Is it auto learn? I think it's auto learn too. Doesn't take anything special to craft. So as soon as you can start getting some tin cans together, either grab some smokeless powder out of a gun store or hit a landscape store. And the smokeless powder solves the fuse problem as well. Long strings are super easy to get a hold of, so is duct tape or most of this other stuff, so this is not a problem. This is usually not a problem, especially when you just need a few early game to deal with things. So yeah, this is pretty easy. And it's only Fab 2. So yeah, we'll have to add that to the list of pretty useful things that I wasn't really aware of. Make sure the fuse, we did that one right there. Once again, long string, water, and smokeless gunpowder. All it took. All right. $16 patches and one more leather seat. Wheeled leather seat. Disassemble. Glad this got reduced. That 6 hours or whatever it was to break down a leather seat was soul crushing. So now it's what, 20 minutes? That's not terrible, considering 12 patches and the other parts that you get out of it. Rings can be useful. Thread is not, it's useful. You don't need pipe fittings that often. Pipes you need, depending on what you're building, and rags are always useful. So you get several components that are fairly useful. Now, Tailor's kit. Repair. The stylish leather wallet. And the spear strap. Look at that. Glorious. Glorious. What next? We're going to be here a day or so. Is there anything else I need to do above ground? I know I wanted to actually run south and grab the blaze rods from the garage here, because we're getting a bit short on welding gear after the redesign of the motorcycle. So it'd be good to run down and grab that. So 4 o'clock, we're not going to do it now. Sun's coming up already. I think we'll just do some reading until 1 p.m. or so, and then we'll go to sleep. And we'll make that trip in the morning. So what shall we work on? I still need to get stupid mechanics up to 7, I think. Beyond that, I'm not too concerned. Oh, did we get our applied science up high enough? Where did we end up with applied science? 5, and I think I need to get to 6. That's what I was working on. Yeah, we don't have the mutagen recipe, so I need to get to 6 on applied science. So, 37 minutes at a -1. All I need is 6, so we'll use that one there. Biodiesel. I think that's what we were using previously. Go ahead and get a fire going. And boost them. Sugary cereal. Are good enough. And we'll turn La Bamba back on. Alright. Read away. See if we can push the theoretical 6, and then we'll find something to try to craft. Either Ardent Drub. Ah, it's going great. It's going great. We're going to spend this whole reading period just... Oh, we're tired already? That's fine. Keep going. We'll go to noon. Still not going to make it to 6. That's alright, though. We'll get close enough that when I craft, we'll get a bonus. And it'll push theoretical over 6 before it pushes practical. Very thirsty, huh? Solve that first. And already tired. Ooh, let's just go to sleep, I guess. And hope the couch doesn't collapse into the garage while we're sleeping. Yeah, doesn't matter if I turn that off. Blindfold. Like healing might finish up the healing. Ooh, still processing pretty slow. I got too many MREs. I should move the MREs outside of the the inventory range, or out of the reality bubble range. And that's 9 hours of sleep. Nah, we won't be doing that rename. You can pick a different name. Or, I don't know if I can figure out how to do it. Usually, Under's around to do refunds. We're not going to try to work our way around the naming conventions. Keep it friendly. I'm not sure how much I have in the way of MREs anymore. That's what, about 10 or 12? I'm not sure if they have to be out of the reality bubble entirely, or if they just have to be... Well, the only other thing would be the crafting range, and I don't think that works. Let's do this. Climb down. Where do we want to store them? Let's store them... Mill surplus store up the block? Yeah, let's just store them at the mill surplus store. It's an appropriate place. I need food. We'll just run up and unload a few.